Hi, I'm Graham and welcome back to Man vs Film. This is going to be a top 10 of movies that you can watch this November on Netflix US 2017. So let's just get started. Number 10, The Hateful Eight. In the dead of a Wyoming winter, a bounty hunter and a prisoner find shelter in a cabin currently inhabited by a collection of nefarious characters. Directed by Quentin Tarantino, The Hateful Eight is a masterfully put together movie. It is exceedingly long, but it deserves the length that it has. It is full of interesting characters having these delicious conversations, and it plays out in such a fun manner. I think everything about this movie is fantastic, from the score by Morricone to some of the verbal action set pieces, particularly Samuel L. Jackson, who has a standout monologue at one point. This is a terrific Western thriller movie. Number 9 is Four Brothers. When their adopted mother is gunned down in a store robbery, the four brothers investigate the murder from themselves and look for the killer. Four Brothers is one of these really good Mark Wahlberg movies. It's the kind of thing that he can do in his sleep. He is the lead character, part of this four-brother group who are just hunting down their mother's killer. This is the one thing that kind of brings them all together. They may not have the best family dynamic or relationship, but this is something that brings them all together, puts them in a direction and puts them head on into danger. It is just a terrific little thriller. Number 8, 1922. When a simple farmer's life and farm are threatened by his wife, he decides to kill his wife with his teenage son, a decision that will haunt him and destroy his life. 1922, based on a novella by Stephen King, is the latest Netflix movie. It stars Thomas Jane as the head character, and basically this is all about a man who makes a terrible life decision, and it just snowballs into psychological thriller as he is just broken down by the thought of what he has done. It has a small cast within it, and it plays very much on this man's mental breakdown and the images that haunt him because of his actions. It's an exciting thriller, maybe not one that you will rewatch, but it is definitely worth checking out. Number 7, Wheelman. A getaway driver gets an anonymous phone call during a bank job and realises that he has been double-crossed, and he races to find out who betrayed him and why. Wheelman stars Frank Grillo. It is another Netflix original movie, and the trick of this one is that it's all based within the car. The camera never leaves it. Once Frank Grillo gets in the car, very early on in the movie, we are there for the rest of the proceedings as he talks to someone or various people on the phone, trying to figure out who has set him up, why they've set him up, who is in danger, and how is he going to get out of this situation. And it is thrilling. It is a quick movie as well. It's got some decent action set pieces, and I can wholeheartedly recommend this thrill ride. Number 6, Donnie Darko. A troubled teenager is plagued by visions of a man in a large rabbit suit who manipulates him into committing a series of crimes after he narrowly escapes a bizarre accident. A terrific performance by Jake Gyllenhaal in Richard Kelly's debut movie that he has yet to better. This is a movie that is equally odd as it is captivating, full of great musical cues, terrific performances, and a story that just kind of makes you go, huh? But it is well worth your time. It is one of my favourite movies of all time, and it is just delicious in all kinds of aspects, and it's one that I feel very strongly about people checking out. Number 5, Never Let Me Go. The lives of three friends from their early school days into young adulthood when the reality of the world they live in come knocking. With a fantastic trio, Mark Romanek directs this absolutely stunning and very emotional movie. It's about the lives of three characters, two girls and a guy, as they kind of grew up together, realising that their lives are going to be short-lived. They are pretty much cattle for people. Their organs will be harvested and they don't know what kind of lifespan they have, and they try to live it to the fullest, and ultimately it is basically the drama around these three people's lives, and it is captivating, terrific, and has three amazing lead performances at the heart of this. This is a terrific film. Number 4 is The Survivalist. In a time of starvation, a survivalist lives off a small plot of land hidden in a deep forest. When two women seeking food and shelter discover his farm, he finds his existence threatened. Again, this is a very small cast and it's a very quiet movie, very studied, very measured. There's not a lot of dialogue in it and it's all done in small movements and just careful watching of these people as nobody trusts nobody in this dystopian future that we never really see very much of. We just know that things have gone awry and this man has taken into a forest to try and survive and stay away from everybody, because you don't know who is friend and who is foe. Very interesting, very worthwhile. If you can get into the movie, it does take a little bit of effort on the watcher's behalf, but it is more than worth it once you get into it. Number 3 is Cube. 6 complete strangers of widely varying personality characteristics are involuntarily placed in an endless maze containing deadly traps. A low-budget Canadian movie that just seems far more grander than it should. There's a mystery at the heart of this that is really interesting, one you want to get to the end of, and it's basically these people trying to get out of this strange maze that they've been put in. It is a square room, it looks harmless enough. There is a hole in either side of it leading to the previous room, leading to the next room, and there could be traps ahead, but there could also be freedom. If they don't move, they're going to die, and it just puts them into this situation that is an absolute joy to see unfold in front of your eyes. Number 2 is Raw. When a young vegetarian undergoes a carnivorous hazing ritual at a veterinary school, a taste for meat begins to grow in her. It's a movie about a protected girl leaving home and going to college or university for the first time and starting to experience things that she never thought she wanted to experience, but rather enjoys. It is a thinly veiled allegory for sexual awakening as this girl discovers meat and just cannot get enough of it. It is done with all this gore, as it is a cannibalistic tale of this woman's inability to control her bloody urges. This is a French movie that is fantastic, it is comedic, it is gory, it is an absolute joy to watch and one of the best horrors that I've seen in recent years. Number 1 is The Babysitter. Cole is madly in love with his babysitter Bee. She is hot, funny and popular. One night, in a moment of defiance, Cole stays up by his bedtime to discover she is a cold-blooded killer who's in league with the devil. Directed by McGee, the guy that did the Charlie's Angels movies and some other movies that I've just forgotten completely, that I'm not really that interested in. This looked kind of wacky and straight to DVD kind of thing, but it turns out to be a Netflix original that is really fun, really enjoyable and full of characters that I really liked and was engaged with. I think Bee and Cole, particularly these characters and this relationship, is fantastic. You get the feeling of these being actual three-dimension characters who really get along with each other, who really enjoy spending time with each other and who are great company. They just happen to have a varying degree of moral compass. It's full of terrific gore, it is full of terrific humour, it is overall just absolutely terrific and a real surprise as well. I've recommended this to a few people and everyone I've said watch it has enjoyed it. I think it is a hidden gem on Netflix and I think it is this month's must-watch movie if you haven't already seen it. So thanks for watching my recommendations for November. If I've missed anything, let me know in the comment box below and I'll make sure to check them out and they may make it onto my list next month. If you haven't already done so, like this video and subscribe as well, and I'll see you next time on Man vs Film.